thing I don't like about going like this sort of there, but... Right?
Is there seat belts?
Yes, over your left shoulder. There you go.
You know what it smells like in here? It smells like an airplane. It smells like a light aircraft. It smells like that Piper Archer we did.
There you are. Hi, baby.
Okay, first thing I notice is that there's not a lot of room for my feet.
Okay, brakes. There's a 9-inch booster on it. They brake hard and fast. So if you slam it, we are going to stop very quickly. You can feel free to.
Shoes gotta come off.
Back there is fine anyway.
New Balance. Oh, that's so much better.
So brakes will come on hard and fast. The clutch is pretty easy to tell when it's grabbing. You have a good idea. Manual steering. So when we're moving, it's a little bit easier, but it is mid-engine, so it's pretty light. It's not gonna feel it. Reverse is up and to the left, but you have to pull up on this collar.
Okay. I'm just putting the key in.
The notch has to be facing you. If there's a notch on the, see the notch on the, there you go. Facing you.
Okay. So we get 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yes. Sometimes it can be pissy about going into second, but when it's warmed up, it really isn't.
Okay.
No, it won't feel any different. It'll just, when you drop the clutch, that nothing will happen.
Oh.
I'm telling you that in case you're like, did I break it? No, it's that, but it shouldn't have the problem. Once it's warmed up, I've never had that problem. It's like the first shift in the morning when you like out of the parking lot, out of the driveway, you're like, first, miss second again. Okay, we're going.
So educate me again about the brake. It's very, very touchy.
It's not touchy. It just comes on fast and hard. I'm saying that like, unlike other cars where you're like, oh, it's an old car, manual brakes, I need to push hard. You do not. You can brake on this as if it is a modern car. Yes. Okay. Brake it as if it is a modern car.
We good to go?
Yeah. Give it a little bit more gas, it'll be out there. The power band on this car is up in the 4,000-ish range. Not that it's a high revving car, just you're not going to get, you're going to want to be moving. It's a lot easier when it's moving. You're going to want to,
it does, the view from the hood looks like a mini C3. With the flares. Okay.
You can check the design language, but I'm pretty sure there's a history between the designer of the C3 and the designer of this car. I know that for a fact. I think that the problem is that the timeline doesn't work out super well because they weren't built all together at the same time. But definitely something worth looking into is that I know that the lead designer for the Opel and the lead designer for the C3 was like the same person. I'm pretty sure this came first in terms of design. I think it was because it was designed in '67. It didn't come to like production until '69, and the C3 beat it out the door by like a year or two in terms of production. So it looks like the C3 came up first. This was designed first, I believe. So drama comes when that line is in that third hash mark. That's when we'll have to shut the party down. I have not hit it myself ever, but you will notice it does sweep and change a good bit. Okay. But it should not be an issue. We're good on oil pressure. Fuel's done when it's on the line above the red. I learned that the hard way. Oh. Because the impedance or whatever doesn't work out right. But we got enough gas. We can get some.
This is like if you asked a child to build the inside of a car and they kept forgetting where to put things.
Yes.
Maybe the Atom's going to be easier to drive than this. I hope I get a left turn arrow.
Yeah, I think you will. It should be easier.
There's third. Now, am I short shifting it pretty hard?
So like I said, this is the only car I've ever really driven manual on. So I shifted the same way.
All right.
It's fine. All car parts break eventually. I don't know what not short shifting it is.
Shifting it at too low an RPM.
Oh,
That's what you do when you're trying to save gas. Is this speedometer accurate?
On the left is the speedometer. Yeah, that's accurate. Oh, sorry, the speedometer. Yeah, the speedometer is accurate. It's a little optimistic on your speed.
Okay.
So if you're going 70, you're probably going like 67, 65.
Oh, okay.
So you're not speeding in this thing.
The steering feels a lot like an MR2 in that whoop, whoop, whoop.
Yeah, I mean it's manual steering and it's very tight. Like it's very easy to feel the road with this car. Like you know where it's going, and it doesn't have any of that sloppiness that you get out of a lot of muscle cars where you're like.
Let's see what fourth feels like. Oh, that's very low. And I'm going to be slowing down anyway. Here for that. Stoplight. Now I'm going to be making a
But yeah, it's happy to be at 3,500 RPM, no problem there.
Okay.
That's where like you'll start, if you really want to feel like any sort of power in here, you're gonna have to be shifting around 4 grams. And that's still like being conservative. This thing needs to be up in 5s to really.
Oh, okay.
Now the thing is that I haven't really. Yeah, see, you're used to driving a 5-speed and you keep hitting between 1 and 3.
Yeah.
Just go top right hard on it and you're fine. You're in there.
So I gotta shove this thing forward.
Yeah, just turn the lights on.
They turn the light on. And they turn the lights on automatically, or
yeah,
they
there's
just
a switch there that will flip on.
Wow, that's tough.
Yeah, you gotta push.
Oh.
No, it wasn't hard enough.
Oh.
Yeah,
wow.
So the big thing about this car in terms of like one of its downfalls is that it has a lot of front end weight and the A-arms are undersized on it, so it has massive understeer problems. So a lot of things you're doing on this car, also the rear axle is actually narrower or wider. It's wider than the front, so again it's even more likely to be that the front wheels.
I think the US mail trucks, like the Grumman Long Life vehicle, are like that. I wonder how long this road goes or where it ends up. That's a very pretty view right there.
So everything on this car is done to like try to fix the understeer problems. So for example, right now it's running Coney adjustable shocks.
Yeah.
Red shocks, and the front are about 2 clicks off of soft, and the rear are 2 clicks off of firm.
Oh.
So we're trying to get that rear end as loose as possible. Like obviously as tight so that it goes loose. While keeping the front as connected to the road as humanly possible. I also have 30. I just bought some Team Dynamic wheels off of Miata that have a 30 offset, which is actually going to help me shrink the rear end in an inch and keep.
Oh, I'm out of gears, aren't I? Or is my third or my fourth?
You're in third. Fourth.
Oh, this road gets very nice. Oh, and immediately we're out in the country. Oh, this is a little bit more Pennsylvania, except for that wonderful view right there. Okay, we can start looking for a place to turn around. Oh, this is very, very nice here.
That was fine.
Again, I'm wanting. It says GM, you think GM, and you think muscle, but although that is nice on as it come off the throttle.
The higher.
More?
Yeah, more. Shift.
Ah, not a 5-speed.
But yeah, I have a OBD2 port on my exhaust, so I can tune it. I have an air fuel gauge back at home, but I haven't got to it. Right now I had like an old guru of Opel You're having the exact opposite problem I have on 5.
Oh, what was that?
The exhaust right now is a little close, so on big bumps, the exhaust comes up and hits the body. It's fine. It's got to get. I got to put the rear sway bar on, and it's gonna get. It's gonna be fixed anyway. So.
I buy an Opel GT because I want a C3, but I also want a Miata. I want a C3, but I also want an MG. I want a C3, but I also want an MGB from the 60s.